In the introduction to this module, Professor Krasny spoke of biophilia as a love of life. We love life, living things. We love living systems. We love being alive, and we tend to want to affiliate with other living things. Many studies indicate that we are actually healthier when we affiliate, when we interact with other life. We really seem to prefer nice greenery in airports or shopping malls, or beautiful aquariums at our doctor's or dentist's office. And we love the sound of birds, ocean waves, or gentle breezes in pine boughs to relax or go to sleep. Some scientists say that this is an artifact of our evolutionary history. There were ancient affiliations with other life that helped us as a species relax, find food, shelter, and safety, and even reproduce. Some scientists go further and say that this is the result of something even more ancient than our evolutionary history. They suggest that biophilia may be the result of the memories of our cells, or even of our molecules. Whichever explanation we choose, it seems common sense that life gravitates towards other life, and that therefore we as humans, we as living organisms, gravitate towards other life, and we have a desire to affiliate with other life or love other life. However, our busy existences can create conditions where we tend to forget all of this at a conscious level. The desires to affiliate with other life, the desires to express our love for other life, are sometimes muted or dulled by modernity and technology. But then something huge, something terrible, something traumatic happens to us, or our family, or our neighborhood, or our community. Our system is shocked, shaken to the core by something like war, or large-scale disaster, or violent tragedy. It is in these times, what we have called red zones, which can be times or places or both. It's in these times that urgent biophilia may appear. Urgent biophilia is when our deeper memories of our love of life come rushing to the surface to help in the healing process. Perhaps like the way white blood cells rush to respond to a potentially threatening invader to our bodily system, urgent biophilia, the sudden and intense desire to experience nature and express our love for it, to affiliate with it, urgent biophilia emerges in our being. In the last decade, I have been studying human and nature interactions, especially in war and disaster contexts, and I've observed many expressions of this urgent biophilia. For example, hundreds of people planting living memorials to lost loved ones after the tragedy of 9/11, first in New York City and Washington, D.C., and later throughout the United States and the world. Another example, the residents of New Orleans planting trees to symbolize their own resolve to recover from Hurricane Katrina and to symbolize more broadly a defiance to news media and other discourses that were basically writing off the city after the hurricane. Another example of soldiers in the trenches of World War I, or prisoners of war in camps in World War II, and soldiers in the numerous conflicts since, many have made efforts to garden or green their respective area of operations, striking a great contrast with the military bases and outposts and the general feel or layout of those places. Finally, family members grieving or suffering from anxiety because their loved one has sustained a grave injury or has been diagnosed with a terminal illness. These are seeking out healing gardens on hospital grounds such as those created by the TKF Foundation. And many of us have heard of the stories of individuals seeking out time in nature, out in the wilderness, or even in a park to salve the wounds of war, trauma, and loss. What sets these examples apart from the more common expression of biophilia is the urgency, the driven desire, the felt need to affiliate with the rest of the living world. This urgency to reconnect with life is an important part of our understanding of post-conflict and post-disaster recovery and resilience. But perhaps more importantly, urgent biophilia and other mechanisms that are a part of greening responses to red zones represent clues to solving the intricate and puzzling challenge facing society and the ecosystem societies depend upon today. What if we could bottle urgent biophilia or produce it in pill form? Would that help stimulate greater awareness of our dependence upon ecosystems or our need to affiliate with other life systems for our survival? Urgent biophilia is a response to a shock. It's a kind of shaking us awake from a dreamlike state where we may have forgotten about our close interconnections with nature. Can we remember urgent biophilia when we experience it? and use that memory to cultivate everyday biophilic behaviors? Can urgent biophilia stimulate us to engage in civic ecology practices long after the shock is over? Perhaps, but it is likely that urgent biophilia alone is not enough. Urgent biophilia may explain certain greening behaviors in those red zones I mentioned, but there are likely other mechanisms at work that stimulate civic ecology practices too. We explore these other mechanisms next.